What's up? How's everyone today? What's up? How y'all doing? Up a little bit right there. Okay, we should be good. All right, I'm gonna jam out a little bit on music tonight myself. There we go. Hello. Okay, we're gonna do a little self-monitoring. Let's see how that goes. And here we go. What's up, Dragonfly? How we doing tonight? George, how you doing? Darwin, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Y'all hanging in there? Check it out. Boom. That is epic. Look at that thing go. I absolutely love this glowing jellyfish. It is so freaking cool. I couldn't be happier with it, to be honest. And having looked at the other top that was on it, I'm kind of glad that it broke because we did this new one, and the new one looks way better. Okay, let's make some, I got to do a snowman with a Santa hat, and we're going to do some other stuff tonight, too. Your birthday's next week? Awesome, Mike. I'm happy to hear that. I just sent you a reply, George. I don't know the price on the jellyfish yet. I'm working on it. Tonight we are doing some, I got to do a snowman head with a Santa hat, and then we're going to create some oddball stuff in between. We're definitely going to bounce between normal production and non-normal. So it'll be a fun night. Like I said, a little chaotic. All going to be good. So right now we're going to create the little Santa with the snowman hat, and then I'll think of something uranium-wise after that. We'll make it look really good. How you doing, Tia? What's going on? Groves is checking in, Groves Glass Gallery. So we have Dragonfly Creation and Groves Glass Gallery checking in. They are both lamp workers or glass blowers like what I'm doing right now. They are on their learning adventure. They're doing fantastic. And I think it's a good thing to go ahead and follow them because you're going to experience what it's like to watch someone learn. And that's going to be a really good thing. They're already getting really good fast, though. You guys should subscribe fast to them because they are both getting really good quick. And you won't see too many bad items. And that's the thing. You want to catch them while they're early. Ah, that wasn't. I got to reach way over these jellyfish. Ah. Of course. Yeah, this glowing jellyfish came out. Oh man, this thing is insane. There's some times that I make something and it's just like, okay, that's cool. I mean, it even surprises me when you get done looking at it. Yeah, it is. What's up, Creative? Yeah, look at that. It's insane. Look at all that glow. It just looks magical. It's definitely a lot of work, though. That is not the easiest item to put together. The hardest part is actually the top and the jellyfish tentacles assembly. The tentacles are the easiest part. You would think that would be the hardest, right? That's right, Dragonfly. Well, there is no good, bad, ugly. You just show everything. It's progress. You show progression. How do you ship that? You could do it very easily. You want to take some tissue paper and just wrap around it loosely. You don't want to make it tight. So you give it a pad, a cushion, and then you start wrapping in bubble wrap after that. So around the tentacles, you would do a very loose tissue paper cushion. Very, very loose. And it would ship just fine. I'm not worried about it shipping. All right, we got to get this down a little bit. Yeah, shipping that item would not bother me one bit. Oh, Lori's marble came out good. I got it right back here. I got to pack it up tomorrow. I was going to do a video on it. The sun's not out. I couldn't get a good video on it. I even tried using flash. And it's not popping the colors out as well as it should, because the colors are outstanding. And I mean, they are outstanding. I'll bring it out here. Got your new marble mold? There you go. I know, Dragonfly is making some really good items. For tools especially. All right, here we go. We're going to pop a little holder right there. And bring it up. Do the glass hello with safety. I'm trying to figure that out, farmer. Got me lost right there for a minute. Okay, I need to move this out of the way a little bit. There we go. Wasn't thinking about that. What's up, Rainbow? How are you? Can you see can you see my breath? It is freaking cold. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I can't read that well. So we're a good pair then right now. You're all good. Okay, we're going to grip this here. And we're going to put the little fluffy white part for the snowman head, the hat. What's the temp? I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but it's freaking cold. I don't think my phone will tell me. I thought once it started raining, it would lighten up it would change the temperature a little bit. Usually it gets a little warmer. Nope. It's still hot as hell. Or cold. See, dyslexic. Okay, here we go. Each one of these boro sticks works perfect for the hat. It's about the right size. Just one stick per hat. I'm kind of liking that. What's up, Dale? Gavin, how you doing? Hi, Colleen. I sent you a message too, Colleen. I think I have to remake your items, which I will do ASAP. But I did send you a message on Etsy. Mississippi Gulf Coast, what's happening? All right, let's add the red. So this is the Santa hat version. Gonna bring it out. There we are. And that should be enough. Let's get this hat finished. Man, that red moves fast. Like that. We're going to do a little enhancements here. I'm going to put a tiny little bit of uranium right before the white poofy pom-pom. I'm going to put a tiny little bit of uranium there. We're going to hide some stuff. So I decided I'm going to start creating some little fun hidden accents. We're going to start creating little hidden accents on stuff. Oh, I'm not badass. The glass is badass. I'm just a guy sitting here making glass. Glass is the star of the show. I happen to have orange. What's up, Dwayne? How are you? Good to see you. How's work been, man? All right, we're going to bring this out. Add the little carrot nose. And then we need to do black. I'm going to have to find more of this later. Okay. Bring it out, and we're going to pop some eyeballs. That's actually like the biggest compliment you can give me, that it doesn't look real. That makes me super happy. What's up, Shade Tree? Closing the biz. I'm so sorry. I know you're everything though. I got you. I still recognize your avatar there. Okay, I think we're looking good. Don't you fall in there. Okay. And then we just have to pop it off. Yeah. And then we got Mr. Snowman with the Santa hat. And there's a little hidden uranium accent in there. You would love to learn. Yeah, I highly suggest that if you ever get the opportunity to learn. I'm still going to work on the list. I'm creating a list of people around the nation, at least in the US, that you could go to do what's called a glass experience, like just to try it. What's up, Daisy girl? Bouncing Betty. I haven't compiled it all the way yet, though. I'm still working on it, and it's going to take a little bit to complete it. Okay, crap. There. That'll work. I should probably do one more snowman head just to be sure. But y'all ready for it? What's up, Red Squeak? Check it out. We got the uranium jellyfish locked and loaded, looking good. I'm so proud of this thing. It looks amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Yeah, I love that glowing. Yeah, the jellyfishes. This one's still cool. There's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It is, in fact, it's pretty cool. It's got a nice sparkle to it. I appreciate it, Eric. I know, the glowing jellyfish is like off the hook. I just aged myself right there by saying off the hook. Oh, Lori's. So this is Lori's, we'll put this guy off to the side for the moment. This is her marble. I'll try and show you through. So we got some shiny stuff there, and then the opals. I'm going to try and see if you can see the opals gleaming through there. But yeah, that is her marble. I'm going to try and bring it up. Hard to see in the dark a little bit. But yeah, that definitely has... All right, I got to move it that way. There. See? But yeah, that is the marble we did for her. It looks outstanding. I'm very happy with it. Hi, Christy. Good to see ya. Happy to see you logging. Okay, so this was the candy cane we did yesterday. I haven't finished it yet, but it's a gigantic candy cane. This is like oversized, but we got to finish it. I got to pull it up. I'm hoping I don't crack it. We got to warm it up slow. This is boro. Yep, everything is boro. All right, we're going to bring it out. Oh, that's even going to be funky to hold. Oh, that already cracked. Just at the attachment. It's not cracking the actual candy cane. The candy cane is still fine. That's why I started way on the bottom. I'm going to work my way up to taking this off. We're going to start low and work our way up. I need a good detachment rod, though. I don't want to use that one. There, this one will work. This is a big-ass candy cane. Yeah, it is actually it's a lot better looking than I thought it would be. It's a lot better looking. I know that we'll do a melted snowman since you mentioned that, Christy. We're going to do a melted snowman next, but I want to try it with the Santa hat. We'll do the melted snowman Santa hat version. And I'm trying to think if I was coming up with an idea to try a toxic snowman, like with the uranium, some type of toxic. Hello, Jojo. All right, so I just got to pull the rest of this off and we'll have a giant candy cane here. This thing's obnoxious. It is huge. Definitely not going to hang it off a tree, I can tell you that. There we go. A little bit more. I just got to get rid of this big bobble at the end. How's everyone doing tonight? Y'all hanging in there? Weekend's coming up. Should be fun. All right, I think we're actually good right here. A little sizzle ASMR. I do have to trim it a little bit. Look at that. That is one big ass candy cane. I do have to fix it on the bottom though. It's a little too white at the bottom. Got to fix it. Brian Go, thank you so much. Why am I so chill and relaxing? Because I have to be. You have a choice in life. You can either be chill and relaxing, or you can be angry, upset, and unhappy. I'm going to choose the chill and relax. And if I can bring a little bit of that to you, I am happy. We'll engage the radio voice. I'll put the radio voice on for you. All right, yeah, there we go. What's up, cruising? I love this thing. Now, in the daylight, like in the sun, when the sun's out, this looks phenomenal. It's very purpley. I'm going to put that off to the side, though. I don't want to put it in the kiln right now. Damn, I'm out of room already. All right, we'll hang it right there. Yeah, that is a big ass candy cane. I want to try it with white though. Maybe white and red or pink or something like that. All right, let's do the melted snowman. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. Oh my God, Christy! Thank you for the star warm-up. That is actually really cool. I appreciate it, Jay. Yeah, I'm playing this is a brand new album off of Stream Beats right now, so I'm testing it out. I'm hoping that you guys can hear the music a little bit. Well, it's not a brand new album, but it's new for me. I kind of found it and I was like, man, this is kind of chill. I like it. Yeah, I wanted it very relaxed tonight because we're just going to kind of jam through. Have some fun. And I was just so excited that the jellyfish looks as good as it does. I am super stoked about that. Let's see here. I am going to need red for sure. Put that off to the side. JoJo family's doing good. Oh, really? Well, that's good, cruising. I like hearing that. Yeah, so the audio tonight, I am back on the lavalier microphone. And I love this lavalier setup because it goes through my Rodecaster. This is why I got the Rodecaster audio interface, because my little wireless microphones just work with it. You don't have to do any separate Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, or you just push a button and it just works. I like it when you can just push a button and it works. Mad Mapper, thank you so much for the happy poop. That cracks me up. Happy poop. All right, so we're adding the stuff here. This is called Frit, F-R-I-T. It's basically a ground up, crushed white glass. And it allows me to make a little bit of a coating, but not completely encase the whole thing. Yes, we definitely sell everything. All right, there we are. So now we have the white all the way in there. We're going to blend it in. So we are doing the melted snowman. I'm going to try and make a spot so I could show you all when we melt it. Let's create a little environment for the melted snowman. Bring it back here. So we'll flatten it right here. I've been trying to adjust things so that y'all could see everything a lot better. Been really trying to do a lot of adjustments. All right, here we go. Gonna melt it all in. Bring it back, blend. This is where it gets really funky because it's down at the really thin end of the glass that loves to flop around like it wants to fall off. We're going to make sure it doesn't though. There we are. So now we have the little bobble done. Yeah, the marble next to the jellyfish is Lori's. That's the one we did last night. Thought I'd show it off a little bit for her. Pack it up and ship it off tomorrow. All right, we got to pop a little hole. This is what I hate about having a liquid oxygen tank in cold weather. Your pressures are constantly changing. It's absolutely insane. Okay, we're gonna grab it here. Okay, so I'm gonna show this off as much as I can because I freaking love it. There is the glowing jellyfish. So if you think we should do some more of those glowing jellyfish, just type 1 in the chat. Just type a nice 1 in the chat because I don't know if it's like something people want to see made more. Not like every day, but if you want to see more of it being done or stuff like that being done, I would like to know kind of the direction you all want to see things at. I have not priced the jellyfish yet. These are so brand new. I mean, they are literally brand new. I didn't make jellyfish for a long time. I had a jellyfish style that I did. I didn't like it. That's why I didn't produce it a lot. And then I went to sleep one night, woke up in the morning, and I had this idea of how to assemble it. And we put it together, did the first one, which is off to the left-hand side, my left. And we got that one done first. And then I thought about doing uranium on the bottom so it glows. And that's what the end result is. I like the glowing version. Thank you all for doing that. Oh, there goes the cracking version. That's why I don't like this glass. Okay, we're going to bring it out and put the white. So this is the Santa hat we're doing. Like this. something on my torch. There. What's the music in the background? The background music is it's a YouTube. He's a tech guy, so he does a lot of tech videos for like how to live stream, honestly. And he created a company called Stream Beats, and that's the music is Stream Beats. It is in my live stream description. I always give credit to Stream Beats and the owner Harris Heller, because I'm so appreciative that he produces the copyright-free music and lets streamers use it without charging anything. So yeah, it's cool background music, and he does it for free. But just because he does it for free doesn't mean I should like throw him a bunch of credit saying thank you very much. So that's why I put it in all my titles or descriptions. I give a big shout out saying thank you for allowing me to use the music. Not that he'll ever see it, but maybe he will. But I think it's cool giving credit where credit is due. Okay, so we're gonna do the little hat version here. Bring it down. We are. So unfortunately, this red goes completely transparent when I'm working it. It will come back to red. It might come back to red while we're kind of playing around with it here. Okay, we're gonna pop a little uranium just before the pom-pom here. Like I said, I'm gonna start adding, for Christmas, I'm gonna start adding all these little tiny glow accents. Just hidden treasures in there. Are they medical grade? What's that? The glass is medical grade, yes. But no reason to have any purpose for it being medical. I'm not doing anything medicinal with it. So there is the hat. Like I said, that's going to get red. We're hoping we'll get it to come back to red a little bit. Thank you for the Go Populars. And thank you for all the gifts on there. That little swirly thing on there is pretty cool. All right, my orange just went bananas. All right, let's add the little nose here. I am digging it so far. It is looking good. Not getting that foot pedal down enough tonight. Eyeball. Eyeball. Then we're going to do the mouth here. And I like it. You can see that hat starting to come into play right there. It's coming back to its red. Okay, now for the actual cool part, we're gonna make it flat. We're gonna make it melty. Ready to melt this thing? Glass is firing at me. It's okay. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. I'm in a hella good mood tonight, so welcome in. All right, so we're going to pop that right there. And we're going to separate here. Yep, this rod was cracking. I could hear it. That's why I was kind of worried. All right, so we got to heat it way up. We're going to use a fluffy flame. Yep, kind of like I'm roasting a marshmallow. So we got to heat it all the way around. Feels kind of wrong melting a perfectly good ball, but hey. Get it a little bit more. There we go. Little tiny bit more. There. I still need to go a little more. It's got to be a little more. I guess it's melty, so it doesn't matter if it's kind of flattish, right? See, my mind right now is thinking it needs to be round, but I have to remember we're melting. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It is oxygen and propane. You could use acetylene, but you don't want to for glass blowing. Propane's a lot cleaner. Acetylene is definitely hot enough. It just is a dirty gas. And if you work with it, you know what I mean. It has that kind of carbon soot coming off of it. And if that got blended into the glass work itself, it would speckle it black. But I thought about it the other day when I was talking about that. Because graphite doesn't stick to glass, I'm afraid that if the acetylene carbon got into the glass mix itself, it would actually, look at that, melty. It would actually crack the glass. Yeah, we definitely got to work on a toxic one. I know, right, Christy? Well, you gave me the inspiration to make it, Christy. Once you shouted that out, I had to do it, right? What do you think? Should we try a toxic one? I have an idea for it, maybe. Should we try a little toxic? I think I can do it. All right, let's try a toxic Avenger snowman. What's up, Modest Mouse? How are you? Callie's in the house too. We got Cruisin' and Dragonfly over on the tube, keeping things straight with moderation. We got Groves hanging out over on TikTok with Red Squeak. 2 more mods doing an amazing job. Shih Tzu Haven. I have been 31 years. I hope I don't get banned for saying Shih Tzu. I feel like Beavis and Butthead right now saying that. I feel like there's a Beavis and Butthead laugh after that. I love Shih Tzus though. They're amazing dogs. They're cool. Oh, I love hanging out with you guys. You're amazing. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to type them in the chat. I like to try and answer questions. Yeah, no politics, no religion, and no illegal substance questions. But if you're curious about glassblowing, I'm happy to answer a bunch of questions. I do read my chat as much as possible. So don't be afraid to type something out and say, hey, you know, how hot is the torch or whatever. We'll get it all done. Was Fritz easy to train? No. Fritz is still. Oh my God, Christy. Thank you for that warm-up. That thing is cool. Did you see how it goes around the jellyfish? I love that. I like how it's swirling around the jelly. That was not timed for that. Where's a good place to find used torches? Honestly, that's a tough one. Do not buy them on eBay. Okay, that's my first thing is going to be don't buy them on eBay. Okay, that's like one of the worst places to get a torch. But there's a couple groups in Facebook that you can join and buy used equipment. I would suggest joining a group called Torch Talk on Facebook. And if you see a torch, throw the pictures of the torch you have in question on there and ask the group, what do you think of this torch? Because sometimes they can spot things that if you're new to glassblowing, you will not spot. Like, you know, is the torch, are the little jets perfect? Now, you don't buy this on Amazon. I wish you did, but you can't. So one thing you can't buy on Amazon. You believe that? But yeah, definitely don't buy a torch on eBay. It's bad. Okay, there's a lot of scammers on that. Including glass. In fact, for glass blowing, I don't recommend anything on eBay, to be honest. It's not good. You know, not all sellers are bad, but yeah, you could definitely find a bad one. How long did it take to make the hanging sculpture behind me? I spent a long time on that, so I didn't do it all at once. I spent like 6 months making one part here and there. I wasn't focused on making it all at once. Okay, so I'm going to show you what my filter, like my glasses. This is a filter that is just like my glass. See, I'm all purpley pink. This is what my glasses do for me as I'm working. Can you see that? Now watch. So that's how much it filters out. It's almost like the flame's invisible. All right, now we got to do, make a bobble. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this longer piece. As I'm working it, I'm going to kind of let it shrink down. Two things are going to happen as a result of that. One, it's going to make it a little easier to control. And two, it's going to make the wall of the glass thicker so that it doesn't become so fragile as we are shaping it, making it, and getting everything done. So this will thicken everything up. Which is exactly what we want. I want my ornaments to be able to withstand a couple drops or you know, cats. Cats are horrible on the ornaments. Cats are the ornament nemesis. All right, so now we have, holy crap. So I'm testing out a new view. I have my other YouTube channel, or my other part of the YouTube, where I have a dual screen. I don't have it activated, but I have a top-down screen coming, and it threw me off there. So yeah, we have the ball all situated here, and it should be pretty durable, like that. So it should be able to take a drop. This is borosilicate glass, commonly known as Pyrex. Pyrex is a brand, not a type, but a lot of people know Pyrex. Hello, Cheryl, what's happening? All right, so we got to pop a little hole in there. And what that does, it's super important to have that. Without that little hole right there, I would not be able to complete this item. Pop that off. And the reason is, if I sealed this ball up, when you start to heat up a spot, it would push air out and push the glass out. But the worst part is, not that it would push it out, is when it cools, it would bring it back in. Christy, thank you so much for the star warm-ups. So yeah, you definitely have to, Yang, have a good night. So yeah, you definitely have to do this. Pop a little hole in there. All right, so we're gonna put a punty here. We're gonna be making the toxic version, so we're gonna use some green. I'm gonna use the white for the original spot. Ooh, I just made that crooked as hell. I gotta straighten it out. There. So we're going to use the white for the hat. I'm going to try and do kind of like a Santa hat version, but we're going to use green. And we're going to kind of give it some green goo coming off it. That doesn't sound right, but it's the only word I can use right now, green goo. Epi, is it Epi? Let me see here. I think so. Thank you so much for the party hat. All right, so we're going to pop that on there. This is the white glass we're going to use for the hat version. Little brim. Ooh, I actually have a good idea for this. Pop it there. Then we're going to heat it up and melt it in. Yeah, the melted snowman's cool, but wait till you see this Toxic Avenger version. So we got to get the white part of the hat done first. There we go. I need a... You are my winner. Glass party balloons? Yeah, I wish. No glass party balloons. We make balloon animals, but that's about it. All right, we're gonna grab some of this green right here. We're gonna use it for the hat. Like so. Build a little bit up on there. Okay, I'm gonna pull that off. Then we're gonna add some of the slimy green on there. Slime. We love slime. This is slime. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate it. Is it Joel? Thank you. All right, we're going to kind of come in here and we're just going to kind of blend it a little bit. Nothing too awesome, just organically swirling it around in there. Give it that toxic look. Okay, and we're going to bring it down. So we got the little hook started right there. I'm hoping that we got the two colors on there looking fantastic. Let's bring it in. Like that. All right, so if we got toxic, we have to use uranium, right? Got to throw some uranium all over this thing. A little uranium there. We're going to throw some white on top of that. Give it a little. Actually, going to give it lime green. What am I thinking? Where did I just put my lime? Nope, 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 nope. Yep. There we go. Throw a little lime on there. All right, so we got the dark green and the lime swirled on there. We're going to create the snowman nose, but we're going to do it out of, again, lime. Give it some toxicity. Bring it out. And then we're going to back everything with uranium, and then we'll use the, actually we're going to use the shimmer dark green on top of the uranium. This is definitely going to be toxic looking. Okay, this is without the darker spots. It's hard to see where the eyeballs and everything are. So right now we've got to add in the dark spots to it, and this will give it the character and the pizzazz that we need. And here we go. So it's going to be a lot of glowing action with it. But we're not done. I'm gonna have to pop this in the kiln for a moment because we're not done with it yet, but you can see that it definitely has that greeny goo to it. Give me a minute. We're gonna park it in there just temporarily, and we're gonna pull out some glass here. We're gonna create some separate glass rods. And then I can add like little drips of, I don't know, like radioactive looking material. You know, that type of stuff. I want to try and make it radioactive looking. I saw Fallout, the series is coming back like very soon. So I'm so excited. We'll do some Fallout stuff. Actually, I want to do it this way. I actually like that series a lot. I'm going to pull it down a little, adjust my flame. So the glass we're using is this uranium glass right here. You can see it popping up right there, all the little tentacles, and then the snowman hat back here. But that's the look we're going for. We're going for that really toxic adventure look. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to love this. I can already tell. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding a couple other colors to it. So we got the slime, the uranium, and then that shimmer green. And what that's going to do is it's going to create some depth for the glass. So instead of it just looking like an afterthought, it should look like it actually has a purpose there. I think one of the things that's always missing from glass is depth. It's pretty easy to make something and have it just kind of 2D looking, even though it's 3D. But when you create depth, that's when you kind of level up. This is a good example of depth. So this wolf right here has all this depth to it just by carving into it. You can see where all those little carved knife spots in there give it that unique, there, that's better. Give it that unique look to it. And that's what I like to create. I want it to have a 3D look. Yeah, I love it too. That's what I'm shooting for right there. I'm trying to shoot for that kind of 3D look. I don't want it to look like an afterthought. Okay, so we got all the color in there. Let's get it pulled out a little. God, I love hanging out with all of you. You are all amazing people to hang out with. Yep, we can do that, Red Squeak. I don't know, I'm just having fun tonight. Sorry. I'm just having fun. So if what I say doesn't make sense, I apologize. But believe it or not, hanging out with all of you is kind of like my happy place. It's where I get to relax and not think about anything else. except sitting here having a fun. Sorry to ask, but does a pipe for the devil's lettuce made, but if swirls are colors on the inside? Yeah, colors can be done that way. Okay, so we're going to add some toxic drips on here. So we're going to start on the white part of the hat. We're going to bring it out, and I'm going to let it heat up, and then we're going to let it drip down a little. I'm going to do the same thing on the back end here. Let it slant down. Same thing out here. And then probably one up here. So we're creating these like it just got slapped with a whole bunch of toxic goo. If that makes any sense. So we're going to bring over here. I'm going to try and keep it warmed up. Actually, I need to reverse. If I don't do this, I'm going to crack this piece. I already know it. We're going to have to reverse the holding rod here. Nope, you're not going to work. You're not going to work. You're not going to work. Holy crap. Am I out of rods there? Because what's going to happen is as I start to add in the like toxic looking glass to the bottom down here, it will warp and crack and break. So I'm going to try and avoid that. Again, this is like the first time I've done this, so there is a possibility it will break. I'm not going to say that it's going to be perfect right off. So we got this going. I'm going to kind of warm it up a tiny bit by using fluffy flame. Sorry for the noise. It gets loud. Okay, let's go. So I'm going to give it kind of like a little bit of a drippy mouth here. The way we do that is we're going to heat it up right there. Let it kind of drip. Bring it out here, go a little off to the side. See, we're starting to get that little bit of a kind of toxic looking spot there. We're going to come up higher on this one. I don't want to make it all even. You want to kind of give it some imbalance. So the way you do this, you just kind of let it drip down. The glass's gravity's pulling it. And you just kind of let it fall on its own. I want to do one more spot here. I don't have enough glass. I didn't make enough. So right now we just have a little bit of, I want to do one back here really far. So I need just a minute to make that again. And then we'll complete that item. I thought I had enough, but I don't. Yeah, we're using liquid. Thank you, Christy. Thank you for the warm up. Yeah, I don't have enough glass at the moment that I made. I thought I made enough, but apparently I did not. This is using a lot of uranium. That's okay, though. All right, let's go. Anyways, what do y'all think? Let me know in chat if you like the way this one is shaping up, if you think it's looking good. If you see any changes or ideas you have for it, let me know in the chat. I'm not opposed to looking at ideas. Doesn't necessarily mean I'll use it, but I am always open to input. You know me, audience participation is fun. Always got to have audience participation. You do knife forging? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's something I have not done. There's a guy up in Seattle that does that. And he does experiences where I think he gives you a horseshoe and you turn a horseshoe to a knife. I think that's what the start of it is. A used horseshoe and you turn it to a knife. But I thought that would be a lot of fun. No, I've never worked with sugar. Okay, we're going to bring it down. But I have to imagine working a lot of the styles and techniques would be the same, just a different, probably like a different heat range, obviously. Oh, crap. Where did I lose that? Right there. But I would have to imagine working with it would be kind of like the same techniques. All right, there we go. So next step is we are going to, so I put all three colors back down. We're going to gather it up a little, mix it in. Then I'm going to put a big old drip in there of toxicity. Damascus out of a sword out of crowbar. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Daisy. So right now, I don't care if this glass rod is straight or crooked or anything. I'm just welding it all together. Just want to make sure I get any spots of stress out of it. So when I start to make the little drip on there, it doesn't crack on me and fall. And there we are. All right, next step. Big ass drip, big old drip. I said, damn it, I try not to swear. I do have a second cam. I'm kind of previewing it right now. All right, let's put the second big old toxic drip on there. warm this up. That's right, Wendy. We're putting toxic goo on the snowman head. This is definitely like a one-off version. There's a lot of work going into this for what it is, but it's fun. This will be interesting to show y'all. So we're going to bring it out. And we're just going to bring it out and let it pull down on its own, natural. And then we're going to do a little more over here. I know, don't eat this snow. That's correct. All right, here we go. And last little bit, we're going to pull this into a little string here. Pull it into a nice little strand. Now, once this color cools off, it should look amazing. But right now, all the greens, when they're hot, look very brown. So green is made with chromium oxide. And chromium oxide, when hot or activated, gets very brown. So right now, this has a dark green brown version to it. All right, we're going to do a little bit of some character back here. A little bit more and I'll be done with this one. All right, that's about as weird as I can get with it. So this is the little toxic Avenger snowman head. It's as weird as I could possibly get. I'm going to bring it out. You can see very, very slimy, drippy all over the place, little fur on the head. It was fun to do, but I don't think I would want to produce this for a permanent item. Now you know why I have a micro flame too. For just this scenario. Get off. But yeah, that will definitely go into the weirdness pile. And then once we, Wendy, I think it's going to look good. Once we kind of get the black light on it, when it cools off, it's going to look amazing. So that thing is going to light up like crazy with black light. I know, allergy season. Yeah, it could definitely be that too. But it will light up like the jellyfish, like this right here. So all those little tentacles like that. So the spots that we did all that green will light up just like that. And I like that part. I think it looks good to have it kind of glow. Okay. I do have to make one more regular snowman. I know, Wendy, right? The jellyfish looks good, right? This is the one we worked on the other night, and it came out. I finally fixed it, came out good. I wish this one was glowing too, but it doesn't. The jellyfish reminds me of father-son duo made the realistic plants. I don't remember the names, but you're thinking about the Harvard Gardens. You're thinking about the Harvard, the plants at Harvard. Oh, let me attach this here. The museum there. That's an amazing place to... all the glasswork in there. I think that's probably one of the best examples of glasswork in the world. That Harvard Museum of Glass, whatever it's called. But the glasswork in there is unbelievable. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, I can't remember the names offhand, but it is a father-son duo that's pretty much what they did their entire life. Made those, all the glass flowers and plants. All right, one more snowman, and then we'll go off onto some fun stuff too. Bring this up and down. And there we go. About like that. Enjoy Corning a bit more, but I'm biased because I grew up. Yeah, Corning's cool, but the Harvard Museum or the planetarium, whatever it's called, I got to tell you, those flowers are and plants are amazing. In fact, they had to develop a lot of techniques just to make all that. They had to do all that. Like they created different colors and everything. What's up, Katie in Ohio? How are you? All right, so we're going to take this, we're going to roll it into what's called frit, F-R-I-T, frit. And it's going to color the glass a little bit. I don't want to completely encase the whole thing. I don't want to have all the clear. I want some of the clear exposed. I don't want to completely hide it. So that's why I use frit. It's little chunks. 31 years. And there we go. So this is the frit right here. So it just basically kind of encases the outside a little bit. That's it, Wendy. Okay, so I'm going to start melting this in, and I'm going to show you what my glasses do as we're going through. So this is how my glasses interact with the flame. I'm going to bring it down one notch. This actually really shows it right there. See how you can see into the actual fire, like versus that? That's very much what I see like that. That's how I see everything. Now, my glasses have an extra coating on it. It's actually a welding shade from like a regular welding glasses, and it's laminated on there. So I have the didymium and a welding shade. Now, you don't necessarily have to have the welding shade on your glasses, but I have lighter color dyes, so that will affect whether or not the filter works well enough. So if you have brown eyes, you don't need as much filtering. But if you have light colored eyes, you definitely do. Okay, I'm not sure this is going to be good. I need a. I might have failed. Yep, it's no good. I got it completely off balance. So we're gonna make a really melty snowman. Yeah, that was a total mistake on my part. I didn't get it even, so the wall was off base there. It was thicker in some spots and thin in other spots. And that would have definitely resulted in a crack. Okay, let's separate this. think I'm going to have to build the hat separate. Give me 1 second. Let me build the hat separate real quick. I'm going to have to definitely make that in a different version here. Wow, I don't have black up here. That's not good. Some reason I put this over there. Normally I don't do that. What's up, J-Dub? All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to make the little hat. So we're going to do the derby hat, the little black derby hat on this one. We're just going to bring it in. Burn that off. Smush it down. And then create a hat. I know, I should do an alien. That's what I should make. You guys think I should make an alien ornament? Thank you so much, Christy. What do you think? An alien ornament of some sort? That might be kind of cool, right? So should it be a green alien or a gray? I don't have a lot of good gray. Or like totally funky. A chicken. Now chicken's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. Chicken's going to be a pain in the butt. Now that's not going to be the easiest. A spacecraft, I can show you a version of a UFO I have. I did it a really long time ago. But I liked the item so much I kept it. Okay. I'll show you the little UFO piece I made. I really like it. And inside it, there's a tiny little alien. Because everybody knows that has been with me for a while, I am a total space nerd. I am a nerd with the space stuff. And I am proud of it. Don't mind being that way. Okay, we got that. We need this. Think green? Yeah, I don't think gray would look good for an ornament. We should do like a lime green alien. That would be kind of cool. Like a lime green alien. Oh, alien with a Santa hat. Hell yeah. Santa alien. I could do that. Okay, so we're going to grab it here. A little punty. Then we got to burn it off. So right now we're doing the super melted snowman. This is going to be a very melty snowman. Because I failed in the initial push of it. But this is going to be my Bob Ross happy little accident. Bob Ross moment. Yeah, Grinchat would definitely be cool. Okay. So we take that hat. I'm going to try and wiggle that off. Nope, it's not going to wiggle off. It's not going to wiggle off. Too strong on there. All right, let's get this thing looking like a melted snowman. Okay, for the melted part, we got to move everything out a little bit. So everything has to look like it's spread out. Like that. So it just kind of looks like it sat and had a problem. And you melt that in there. It's not quite melted all the way. I was going to put a hook on it, but I don't know where to put the hook yet, so I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to have to kind of sit and let it decide where to put a hook. But yeah, there it is, just kind of sitting there, blobbied out. I can do Native American items, yes. Very limited, but yes, I have done them before. All right, that melted snowman was funny as hell. Okay, we must have had an internet spike. I know the flat one looks good. I don't know if it needs a hook. Yeah, you can absolutely message me. Should I go to school for this, or how did you start off? Oh, that's a good question. I started off because my mother was a glass blower pretty much my entire life. So I was lucky enough to have grown up with it. But there really aren't any schools per se for this in particular. There are places that teach for sure, but I don't think there's like a place where you can go and get a degree for this type of work. Now you can go get a degree for scientific glass blowing. So scientific glass blowing is the process of making beakers and laboratory stuff, which is really freaking awesome. They make some amazing stuff. Think Breaking Bad things. So yeah, there are schools for that. The initial cost will be about $2,500 to $3,000. Initially, it'd be $2,500, $3,000 to start. But it's not the initial cost you have to worry about. It's your monthly expense. And that extends my color. I don't know. Are you guys seeing everything on YouTube okay? Is everything good? Because it keeps telling me my connection is not going so well. So I just want to make sure I don't have to stop and restart my router or something. I'm going to try and see where my stream is right there. My stream stats look okay. So it cuts out occasionally. Yeah, I knew we were going to get bugged out. See, I use 5G internet with T-Mobile. So I'm sure that the solar burst is affecting some of that right now. I mean, that's going to be even tomorrow, too. Thank you, Wendy, for the warm-up. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Christy, thank you. Christy, I appreciate that. Yeah, solar is impacting a lot right now. Christy, thank you so much for the star warm-ups. Okay, we're going to bring this down. I got to make a mini pickle out of this. Gonna make a mini pickle. Actually, it's not quite mini, but it's not the biggest one we have. Just gonna set that down there. Let's preheat it. It's cutting in and out. Yeah, I may have to stop and restart my router. Oh no, it just went back to excellent connection. Okay. It's glitchy. All right, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. Let me finish this pickle. I may stop, restart my router, and go from there. Like I said, I'm on T-Mobile 5G, so it can definitely be, you know, the solar crap is messing with it. What's up, Joshua? Okay, so we're gonna seal this up a little bit. You're on I like T-Mobile. I gotta be honest, the internet's fast. My upload speeds are faster on T-Mobile than landline or regular cable. Sometimes the upload speeds are insane for this. And for me, that's what I care about, is all the upload speed. It's fine now? Okay. You got Starlink? Starlink is going to be my backup. So I want to have the T-Mobile as my main and then Starlink just as a backup. What's up, Unc? Just tuned in. What's happening here? Not much, cuz. Oh, I'll show you the candy cane, Joshua. It's right here. It looks good. All right, got to give it a little bend. My daily conversations covered. Yeah. All right, so I've been changing the pickle up this year, I think. I forgot I wanted to change it to a universal hook here. And what I mean by that is we're going to park 2 holes in the pickle now. And the hanger is going to go through the pickle now. Joshua, thank you for the star warm up. We have hit life goal. Oh my God, thank you guys. So we're going to park it here. One there. And one there. Make sure I'm all centered. We got that one, and we just have to pop it there. There. I'm going to have to open this up a tiny bit. So I'll show you what I did here is instead of putting a separate hook on there, I'm going to run a couple little holes through it right there so that the hook, the loop, can go through the pickle. And that way, if this thing drops, it will not break. If this one drops, you are going to be super stable with it. And that's why I want to have that loop style in there. I forgot a while ago that I wanted to do it this way. And you'll see, oh crap, get off. And that's why I wanted to do it. I try and make everything so they can withstand a drop. So if I can do a loop through here and have one less thing be able to fall and break, then I feel better. Sure I'm not missing any spots. There, now I like it. So yeah, this will be the Christmas pickle. So right through there, I know it's hard to see, there's 2 little holes and then a loop could go through there. And that is the best part about it. Christmas pickle. See, I got to be really, really upfront. When Stephanie first told me about a Christmas pickle, she's probably going to hate me for saying this. I thought she was saying something sexual. I was like, Christmas pickle? What the hell are you talking about? I didn't know that it was a thing, so I thought she was talking about some sex thing with a Christmas pickle, because I had never heard of a Christmas pickle before. And then she told me about it. I was like, oh, okay, that makes better sense. Because I was getting a little weirded out. What the hell a Christmas pickle is. I know. Well, if you don't know, it sounds pretty bad, right? Now, if you don't know, you don't know. Okay, so yeah, we got this loop should be pretty strong now. So let's test. Oh, that wasn't a good drop. There. Yep. One more test. That's fine. Yep. All right, we're good. That's how I test my crap. That's how you test it. Because if it breaks there, I'm not going to ship it to you. So it's got to withstand some stuff like that. So I test a lot of stuff out, and sometimes it does break. Let me move this out of the way. And this is the candy cane we did last night. So it's a lot bigger than I had anticipated. I'll set it down here. Let me see if I can get the color to show up. It's hard to see that color. Let's stand it up here. It kind of has a purple, golden purple to it. I just wish you could see the color like I can. Yeah, I like it. I think we should do a white version with some red, though. What do y'all think? Should we do the red and white? I don't need that there anymore. Yeah, I think we should try. Actually, I want to do gold and white. We had talked about doing pink because I think pink looks really good for the candy cane. Red just starts looking too, I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but it looks too plasticky in some ways. I think in a big form like that, it's going to look very plasticky. So we're going to try a bigger version. Oh, this one's going to be perfect. Nope. Yeah, we'll use you. So yeah, the red, I don't want it looking plastic. So we're going to do white with gold, and it's going to look amazing. Actually, we can do some cranberry, some pomegranate on top of the gold, and that'll look good. We'll do it that way. Okay. Little sizzle. Let me change the album here. I've been running this for a while. Dun, 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 dun. Change the album. There we go. Okay, so last night I discovered that you need a thicker rod with it because I wasn't able to get the twist as well. Got main character vibes? I hope so. All right, so we're going to attach a rod here. We're going to attach one to the other side. We're going to preheat this entire section. And then we will add the stripes for the candy cane. Now this should be a monstrous candy cane too. We're going to find out. We do what other people don't, right? Is it hard to get into glass blowing at home as a hobby? No, it's not hard. It does have a little expense to it. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It costs a little bit of money to get into it. But once you do, it's pretty good. But you have to be careful at home. You have to make sure you have a well-ventilated space. So you don't want to put it, you don't want to put your glass blowing torch in a basement or a side room without any airflow. What was that? Christy, thank you for the Joker ball. That was actually amazing. That popped on my head. I need a purple, lime green, and black and clear. We could do that, Wendy. Absolutely. Let me get this done. But anyway, I forgot what the hell I was saying. See, don't get old. You forget your shit. I forgot what the hell I was saying. And now I lost my glass rod. Crap! I'm a mess. Help. Really? Did I lose it? All right, I got to do this. I got to park that in there temporarily. Because apparently my brain is not working tonight. No, you don't build a kiln. You buy a professional one. But if you are looking to get started, you can find a lot of used kilns on the open market. Like Facebook Marketplace is flooded with them. And you don't have to have necessarily a glass blowing kiln. You can use a ceramic kiln as long as it has a pop top. Somewhere there where it's easy access. And the other thing you don't want to have is the controllers that have cones. They're cone controllers. You want to make sure you have some type of controller that you can either turn a dial or a digital. Digital would be preferred. All right, so we got to preheat this larger section here. I don't know if I engaged my big flame today. No, sure as hell did. There. All right, let's warm this rod up. So you have to preheat a rod like this pretty well ahead of time before you start applying a lot of color, or it will crack. It will definitely crack. All right, here we go. So we're coming across, just warming this up. The good news is you're going to get to see some gold fuming. And that is always epic, right? All right, so now we're going to separate this. Like that. Man, that gets heavy. All right, first one down is we're going to add the white. And here we go. So one of the interesting things about applying color is this flame varies in temperature up and down. So when you apply color, you want to keep it in the same area and you move the object. So you're not moving the color that you're applying, you're moving the actual object instead of the color. What the reason for that is you want to keep the same consistency of temperature on your colored glass rod. So if you keep it in the same spot of the flame, it stays the same temperature. And then you get a nice even line drawn on your glass rod or sculpture, whatever. Keeps it nice and even. If I tried pulling up here and coming down, I would have a mismatch of thickness on the actual object. So this way, it keeps it nice and consistent. It'd be like me giving you pen and paper and saying, move the paper to write your name, not the pen. And that's exactly what this process reminds me of. Okay, we got that one down. We're going to come through and grab one more here. Probably 2 more lines total. We're going to come through. Finally breathing. I didn't realize that when I was doing this, when I'm applying the line, I'm not breathing. I'm like holding my breath for some stupid reason. Okay, we're running a little short on that one. We're going to do the last one here. But now I get to talk to all of you, so I don't have to hold my breath, right? And we're applying this last one. All the way down. All right, we are looking fantastic. What am I doing with glass? I have no glass in my hand. What are you talking about? It's not glass. All right. Now we have all the white all the way around there. We're going to next take the gold. We're going to fume it on there. Where is my golden rod? There you are. I hope the gold didn't pop off there. That would definitely suck. All right, so I'm hoping my gold is still on here. If it is, we are in luck. Okay, it is. So on the end of this rod is pure gold. And what's going to happen is the gold is going to vaporize in the flame, and it's going to transfer via the flame from this rod to this up here. And it's going to basically gold plate the larger rod up here with the white on it. And the gold just transfers via the flame acts like a conduit to carry it. Wow, this is looking good. Yeah, this is what it was supposed to look like originally. Okay, we're going to park that back in the kiln. And there's the gold plating that I was mentioning on there. You can see how bright and shiny that is. It looks good, right? That's a cool color just by itself. All right, then we're going to use this transparent red. Now the red is going to go pretty much invisible as I start making it. Noya, thank you. Thank you for the happy poop. Happy poop. All right, we're going to apply this red. Here we go. Now the nice part is the red is getting trapped, is trapping that gold. So it's going to kind of look like a little bit of a candy apple red. when it finally comes in. Whew, got a little warm there. Got to put my hand all the way back. That was a little bit hot. Okay, we're going to come through the next gap. This is consuming a tremendous amount of glass. And we're coming all the way down again. Now, unfortunately, like I said, this red is going to, oh, you're cracking. Okay, the holding rod was cracking there. The red is going to be completely transparent for a while. And it's not going to show right away, but you will see the gold in here for sure. That will remain. Coming all the way down and around. Yeah, this bottom is cracking right here. It's not going to hurt the piece in the end, but I just don't want this larger rod falling off. So it was cracking right there. Oh, right there, where I had originally attached it. And while it won't affect the end result, I'm worried that it would crack and fall and hit everything here. If it hit my jellyfish, I'd be really pretty pissed. All right, last one we're applying here. So we're just bringing it, man, this used a lot of glass. That is a lot of glass consumed. Okay, while I'm warming this up, I will show you I'm so proud of this piece. Look at that jellyfish glow. Oh my God, who sent all that? RLS, thank you for all those jewels. Oh my God, my friend. You made my night tonight. Thank you. But yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Glowing jellyfish. I'm going to move the marble out of the way. That, I am so proud of this piece. It looks absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy with it. Last night I was worried it wasn't going to survive. I was trying to hide it, but that I was nervous. Thank you for all those jewels. I appreciate it. So I have a question. I have not seen the jewels activated on YouTube. So when those come across, do you guys see something across your screen? I don't know if they do. USMC vet, thank you. Oorah, Devil Dog. Appreciate you. No, I don't spend a lot in gas. The gas usage is actually a lot less than you think. A lot less. Dragonfly, thank you so much for the latte jewels. All right. Nope. Okay. All right, so we got all the color here. Now comes the hard part. We got to do the twist. I am hoping that I can do this, like I said last night. Last night it got a little difficult. So I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about doing this again. Not for any reason other than I don't want to mess the twist up. I'm not worried about something going wrong as far as like hurting or doing any damage or anything. I want to keep the twist very nice. And I'm nervous that it's hard to do all the way down this glass rod. All right, here we go. We're going to do it anyway. Let's go. I'm not used to making the twist this long, this much glass. And so it makes me a little nervous doing this. Worst case scenario is it turns to a marble. I break it all down and make it a marble, but that's not the end goal, right? We need to make a candy cane. Okay, this is where it's starting to get a little heavy. And the reason it's getting heavy is it's bending in the middle. Okay, the middle portion is hot and it is flexing, and I'm having to work overtime with my fingers to keep it straight. It's constantly wanting to cave or fall down with gravity. So I'm trying to keep it moving and straight. I don't want it bending, and it is a pain in the ass. I'm sorry, I'm gonna swear. It is a pain in the ass. But it'll be worth it. All right, a little bit more. I think we got it. Okay, we got it. Man, that's a pain. Wow. All right, it's a little bulbous up here, so I got to burn it off up here. We're going to separate it. I'm not going to try and straighten that out. Not worth it right there. Okay, we just have to straighten it out just a little bit right there. All right, that is the spiral all the way through. I think it came out okay. All right, I'm not too disappointed with that. Now we have to turn it to a candy cane. All right, let's wish me luck. Let's do it, people. We can do it. I'm going to make sure I have tools handy just in case I need them. I try not to use any tools when bending the candy canes. We're going to let gravity do all the work for us if possible. All right, we're going to hopefully get this toolless. I don't want to use a tool. I want to do it all natural. No mold, no tool. There. All right, there we go. One big ass candy cane. That is pretty awesome, actually. So yeah, there is a gigantic candy cane. I'm pretty good with that. It's actually pretty straight too. I mean, it's not off at all. I was wondering if it was going to kind of go wonky. Okay, I'm going to separate it, and actually, yeah, we definitely have to separate it right now. Woo. Remember I told you it might break? See, I may be old, but I could still move. Still got a little speed left in me. Now, if you see a piece of hot glass fall in my lap, you can see me move like, you know, the fastest sprinter in the world. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, if I have a piece of hot glass fall in my lap, I will move faster than I'll break an Olympic record. There. Yeah, now we got a gigantic candy cane. And now this is going to get some red into it too. The red will come into play very soon, but yeah, that thing is not tiny. Not tiny. I know you can move pretty damn fast when you got hot glass falling on you. That is no joke. Okay, got to make one more pickle for sure. Um, Actually, I got to make a ghost. I hope you guys got a minute. I got to make a ghost. I need to grab blue. 1 second, let me grab blue. I got to grab some blue glass. The ghost is still very viable for Christmas too, if y'all want a ghost. You want it? The candy cane? I'll sell it to you. Gee. Nah. Okay, let's make a ghost with the most. I gotta grab a glass rod now. Damn it. 1 second. I promise you normally I'm prepared. Oh, I forgot I got the microphone. I can actually talk to all of you while I'm away. This is why I like the wireless microphone. I can still talk to you while I'm off screen. I just have to make sure that if I have to go to the restroom, I turn the microphone off. That would definitely suck. Dragonfly caught me the other day, yesterday. I was adjusting monitors and I didn't know that I had hit the go live button. I'm sitting here adjusting monitors, you know, not knowing that I'm live. Lucky Dragonfly sent me a message saying, "Hey, did you know you're live?" Like, no. Thank you, Dragonfly. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I got to be honest. It was actually really, really funny. I didn't know I had hit the live button, though. I was trying to adjust my screens and monitors so that I could see the chat a lot better. And I'm moving the windows around and yeah. A little scary. But I definitely like using this lavalier microphone. I think it's coming across, I think the audio is coming across really good. I know you do. Yeah, I think the audio is coming across really, really clean. Which I might invest in a better lavalier microphone. This one's really good, but they do make better quality. So if I go through some audio and I can hear the sound and it sounds better, I'm definitely gonna probably invest in a better one. But these stupid lavalier microphones, the one I want's like $600. I was like, I'm not gonna spend that on that right now. Not for a little thing that I could burn. Definitely not doing that. All right, so we're gonna pop a hole like that. We got a whistle. At least we got a little one. Okay. We're gonna bring it in. Melty, melty. Do I wear protective clothing? I got my skirt on, my apron. Hell yeah, I wear protective clothing. Got me my sunglasses with my special lenses. Got my apron. Got my thermal pants on because it's cold as hell. Yep, I'm good. All right, let's add this blue in here. Little chunky blue. So right now I'm adding this blue glass in here. It's very, very fine. It's a little tiny chunks of glass. And we're adding it in, and it's gonna help enhance the color. So there we are. You can see the inside, and then there's the outside where you can see all that blue. Right now it's looking very orange because the metal is activated in it. And when the metal's activated, it glows orange, just like you would see on Forged in Fire when everything's super hot. Yeah, you definitely can get into it. If you send me a message, I can give you some links of places to go to find out more about it. I need to sit here and just put a comprehensive list together of where to go to actually do a glass blowing experience, and then where to go to actually buy all the equipment. I haven't found a supplier yet that I want to 100% recommend. Because not all this, there is one supplier that carries everything you would need. but I want to talk to him before I do any endorsements, you know. What does the that equate to roughly? What are you talking about? For how much can you buy the jellyfish? I don't know how much I'm going to charge on the jellyfish yet. I'm working on the pricing right now. One of the things is one jellyfish has uranium glass and one doesn't. So the one with uranium glass is going to be super expensive. I'm just telling you right off, it's not going to be cheap. This one doesn't have the uranium, but it has a really nice sparkly tentacles on it. This one, expensive. I'm being straight up front with it. You know, I am not going to lie. That thing is going to be expensive. Okay, so we're going to bring this down. I'm going to melt everything in so we can make the ghost. I still like the ghost ornament. I would have this for Christmas all day long. It's not just a Halloween thing. And the ghost actually does glow in the dark, which is really cool. I'll show you that right here. You can see the ghost is glowing blue like that. So the ghost glows a blue glow in the dark. And by the way, North Star Glassworks launched the BoroGlow today, which is my formula for glow in the dark glass. So they finally dropped it and put it out there. So BoroGlow is now active. Which is my baby. That's what I invented. Who's going to buy it if that's expensive? Maybe I don't want to sell it. And it doesn't matter. You know, I don't make it to, you know, I don't know. I made it because I wanted to make it. I didn't actually make it with a price in mind. I wanted to make it with a can I do it philosophy. And that's kind of where I was going with that jellyfish. It wasn't a matter of, am I going to make this and be able to sell it and make a bunch of money at it? Money was not a thought process when I was designing it. The thought process is, can I make it? And that's what went into it. Okay, so we melded that in there right now, so everything is blended. I mean, all the rest of my stuff is pretty affordable. I don't charge a ton of money on my items at all. But speaking of which, I do have 20, I repeat, 20 mystery boxes available, and they are epic. I don't know if I have them updated in the Etsy shop, but you will not want to miss these mystery boxes. They are epic. And a mystery box is random things that I have made on live stream. So like, well, not that jellyfish, but really cool stuff that I've made on the live, like the candy cane, you know, a big candy cane or something like that. And I throw them into the mystery boxes. The good thing about the mystery box is you are guaranteed at least double what the retail value is. To get what's in the box, you'll get at least double. And it is kind of cool. You get to open up. It's like Christmas. You get to open up and you don't know what you're going to get in it. Okay, yeah, you will not be disappointed. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Kevin's book is in the house. The boxes are $35. They are not expensive. For what you get, they are not expensive. How you doing, Kevin? Kevin's book is in the house. That's my favorite author now. Kevin's book. Kevin wrote a book about his experiences as in Homeland Security. And he investigated crimes against children, young children. So he went after, pedophiles, basically. And so to me, Kevin is a hero. And he wrote a book about his experiences and cases. And I'm hoping that it makes a, New York Times bestseller list. But Kevin's an amazing person. All right, so we just popped a hole in there. And now we're going to take and we're going to flare it open. I'm doing good, Kevin. Yeah, I'm going to order some books from Kevin and give them as presents this year. I have a few people I want to give them to. All right, so now we're going to take this and flare it open and create the ghost. Give it a little, see how it's kind of forming this wavy bottom? We just take and give it a little helping hand here. So we create the little ruffle down there so the ghost can skirt along. Need to make sure it sits like that. All right, next step is we got to create a hook and then put a little ghosty face on it. So we're going to grip and rip. And there we go. All right, we are looking good. So a couple things we have to do. We have to put a little hook on it. And then we put the face. And here we go. Maria, they are on the Etsy store. They might be sold out at the moment. I just put 20 of them together. I don't know if Stephanie uploaded the revised inventory yet, but they are on the Etsy store. Okay, we bring it out. And we create a little loop. Bring it in and attach. And I got to straighten it out a little. There. Make sure that hook is perfectly straight. There we go. And last step, we got to put the little ghosty face on. And somewhere around here, I buried a glass rod that has all kinds of black in it. Right there. And we're going to put the little ghost face on. There we are. I love this thing, even still. I think it's one of the coolest basic ornaments there is, and it is so freaking cool. Like that. So a little ghosty face on there, and these glow in the dark. They actually glow. I'll show you what they glow like. Here we go. See that? We'll put it front and center. There. See, they glow a really nice bright blue, and then they will glow like that in the dark. Which is, I like it. Good night, Becca. How are you? Okay, next step. I'm going to make a funky... Who was it? Wendy, you had sent me a message about the candy cane color. Can you repeat the candy cane colors that you had talked? I know you said lime green, black, and I think lime green, black. I can't remember what colors, but I'm gonna see if I can make it right now. Like make a version of it. Purple, lime green, black, and clear. Okay, got it. Purple, lime green, black, and clear. We're gonna do it. So we're gonna make an epic candy cane right now. This will be the normal size, but it's gonna look good. Let's grab the lime green. So we're going to do some stripes of lime. So this is one of the cool benefits of following me and subscribing. If you buy an item and you want to see one of your items being made on live stream, you can do that with me. I'm happy to make an item for you on live. Sometimes we have to schedule it, but yeah, we can definitely do that. Purple, lime green, black. Yeah, we're going to have to do it really interesting here. This will be a test version unless you really like it. We'll try it both ways. Okay, I had a different purple here. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to use, I believe. We're going to use the tanzanite purple. It's going to look really good. You wouldn't know I cleaned my bench today. By how much of a mess it is. Get this out of the way. All right, there's the lime green. I'm going to add the purple. We're just going to bring it all the way down. Like that, and one more over here. Yeah, this is a good purple for this. Looks really good. Okay, and then we got to take black. I want one specific color here. Nope. 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 Okay. I thought I had all the colors right handy. Use this one. This is the black I want to just short. This is that sparkly black. It is one of the best deep blacks there is. It doesn't fade out, which is why I really, really like it. So we're going to bring it in. Okay, we got that done. Now we just have to add the clear and balance it out. Yeah, that looks good. Pull this little nugget off here. Go right in between. All right, there we are. So we got all the colors bouncing through there now. It's going to look absolutely fantastic. All right, so we're going to spin this up. And there we go. Yeah, the purple is going to take a minute for it to show up. So the purple looks very, very transparent until it cools off. So it's going to take a minute for that to actually look like purple. So we're spinning. Here we go. We're looking fantastic. This is a lot easier than that big one, I could tell you that. This feels like hardly working at it now. Okay, I got one end all done. We're going to trim off the other end, and we're going to give it a nice bend. So we have to fix this end right here. And again, the lime green needs cool down. All these colors need to cool down before they look like they're supposed to. Okay, we got that. Nice and trimmed. Let's do a bend. Let's turn it to Gumby mode and do it a bend. Let's get it bendy. Almost there. Give it a little nudge here. There. Now we got the really cool color. Now we just need to let the colors cool off, and then they will look really good. Just making a candy cane. And there. And that is designed to hang by itself. And that's the whole thing. Yeah, it is tanzanite purple for sure. It's in there. It's just hard to see right now. Once it cools off, it's going to look really good. Got to make room. Add a room in there. That's the main thing. I was out of room. Where do you get tanzanite? North Star? Comes in sluggers. It's only a slugger style. I call it tanzanite. They have a different name for it. I can't remember the name offhand. But I call it tanzanite because I don't like that. Good night, Christy. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you. All right. So I'm just extending this black rod right here. How do you handle a slugger? Oh, man, that's the hard part. You got to preheat the whole thing in the kiln ahead of time. And then you bring it out, attach like a 10 or 12 millimeter rod to the end, and then another one at the other end, and start pulling stringers off. That's why they're such a pain in the butt. Oh, thank you, Betty. I have it. You want to see it? I have the hummingbird nearby. Let me grab it. I needed to make sure it was going to live. 1 second. Let me grab the hummingbird. There we go. And then this is the little UFO guy I talked about earlier. The little UFO. But yeah, this is the bird. It looks absolutely fantastic. It is beautiful. Actually, it's super elegant. Gonna shine a light on it. I don't know if you can see all that. It's maybe too bright, but there is all the shimmer to it. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's extremely elegant. And then this was the little UFO piece I was talking about earlier. I got to cover some stuff up, but I don't know if you can see the little alien inside that guy right there. So it's a tiny, tiny little alien in that guy. And it just sits like that. But yeah, just a little itty bitty alien in there. It's so small too. Okay. We did I make a second pickle? No, I needed to make a second pickle. One more pickle. And then we'll move on to something else. Gotta do the Christmas pickle. Are you able to make cars? No, but I do know someone that does. So if you have a desire to have a car made, let me know. I will refer you over to her. She is awesome, but she makes little itty bitty cars. Have you ever done a ladybug or a spider? I've done both, but I don't do spiders anymore. They are so fragile. I do know someone that makes spiders too. They specialize in bugs, actually. But my ladybugs are like whimsical, so they're going to have big googly eyes and stuff like that. Can I make a reindeer? I probably could, but I don't have it on my schedule for this year. What's my favorite piece I've done? I've got like several, but I'm really partial to my sword, my dagger, chandeliers. I've got a few pieces, and then I've got some marbles that are only 1-inch marbles, and they're some of my favorites because the colors in it are just absolutely unique. But they're just really small marbles, but it doesn't have to be a big item to be really cool. Can I make a lowrider car? I told you I don't make cars, but I can refer you to someone that does. Yeah, I don't do cars. The worst thing you can hear a glassblower ever say, and if you hear it, you should probably run, is if you ask a glassblower if they can make anything and they say yes. Okay. If you have a glassblower say, I could make anything, I would run from that. Because maybe they can make anything, but can they make any, the next question would be, can it be any good? Because you really kind of have to pick a direction of where you want to go with the art form. What do you want to specialize in? And what does that look like with, everyday production? All right, so we're going to make that pickle. Yeah, exactly. You should be running if someone says they can make anything. You will never hear me say that. Okay, so we're going to put what's called a punty up here. Right there, and we have to seal this down a little bit. Yeah, the marbles with the uranium those are available too. So the uranium marbles, there are some that are available. There are some that were done with cremains, but I made some without too. The shine on the smaller jellyfish is amazing, and that has the sparkle tentacles. So the tentacles on the bottom, they have that really diamond sparkly glass. Okay, so we're going to heat this up. We got to give it a little bit of a bend because it is a pickle. Thank you for the skull dance. I appreciate that. Jason, man, I have a hard time saying my own name, but thank you so much for the skull dance. My name's Jason too, so anybody ever, does anybody else feel weird saying their own name to someone? I mean, seriously, does anybody ever feel weird about that? Or am I just like an oddball? You feel weird saying your own name? Okay. I feel weird, and I don't mean to be offensive to anybody, but it just feels weird. Oh, I definitely make hummingbirds. You want to see a hummingbird after this? We'll make a hummingbird. Type 1 in the chat if you want to see a hummingbird after that pickle. We'll make a hummingbird. We will make the hummingbird. It's like one of my favorite items to make. All right, we got to make the little opening for the hook here, or lack of hook. Ah, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, we'll push it here. So those two holes will now be the spot where the hook for the ornament hanger goes in. So no more external hook that can break off. So now I put the little thing through there. Really? Oh man, that's got to be crazy. I bet you, Wendy, that would drive me nuts, to be honest. Am I retired? Nope. I'm never going to retire. This is my job. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Pickle Rick? No, I should make a Pickle Rick, though. I really should make a Pickle Rick, but it's a copyright item. That's the problem. All right, so we're just melding it all the way around. I mean, the last thing I want to do is get sued by Pickle Rick. That'd be embarrassing as hell. Okay. Pickle Richard, I know, right? You know, that's a funny story. When I was raising my stepchildren, they kept getting in trouble for swearing. So I told the youngest one that he can't call anybody a dick, that he would have to call them Richards. And I ended up getting called into the school office for you know, having told my stepson to call people Richards. Apparently that was a problem. I did. I said you can call, you can't swear, but you can call him Richards. So the whole school started developing the Richard as a bad name. I felt bad for Richards. Okay, let's make a hummingbird. We're gonna do a audience vote here. Sorry, I had a little froggy in the throat. We can do lime green for the wings and tail. We have option of white. We can do white for tail and wings. I believe I have some cobalt. We can do cobalt for that. And we have a little bit of, I'm hoping purple, unless this is pink. This is purplish. This is a light purple. Fritz is doing good. So, cobalt, purple, white, or lime green. You guys are the audience. You are in command of the next step. So you decide what color is next. Purple, lime green, uranium. No, not uranium right now. Cobalt, purple, purple. I'm looking at both green, purple. That purple's looking good. White body, purple tail and wings. Okay. Purple is kind of dominating. All right. So I'm gonna take Betty's suggestion. We're gonna do white for the body, but we're gonna do a mixture of purple. That sound good? So there is a dark purple on my bench, like almost black. Okay. This is a very dark purple. And we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it on here. We're gonna twirl it into multiple color, and then we'll do that for the bird. So this will be a multi-purple with a white body. Just got to make sure I have enough of it. I don't know if you can see, but see how it turned very dark purple. It went semi-transparent in there. Yeah, Fritz is always doing good. He's a crazy mutt. He's out in the rain all the time, though. That dog loves the water. Okay, we're going to bring it down. Yeah, absolutely have a well-ventilated area, 1000%. Okay, next step, we're going to grab it here. We're going to attach. And we're going to twist everything up. Twist it up. So that as I go to make the wings and tail, it's going to kind of leave a striation of color. It won't look all spiraled. It's going to look very multi-feathered. So here we go. I don't know if y'all can see that purple that well. I'll bring it a little closer here in a second. God, I hope I made enough. But it's very, very purpley. There's two different purples in there. I'm gonna move this right there and this right here. All right, let's grab some white and do the body and create a amazing hummingbird. There we go. So first thing first is we have to make a gather of glass. This is going to be the bulk of the body. And here we go. We're getting a little bit more. I need to build it up a little bit more. All right, we're getting there. And there we go. I'm going to move that way off to the side. I'll just borrow this for a second. So next step is we're going to be taking that body and I'm going to pull what's called the guideline for the tail. And this is going to give me my template of where the tail needs to go. Without it, I kind of get lost and the tail can go all different directions, including a direction you don't want it to go. So we superheat it here. Bring it out. Well, wait a second. Rip, and then we pull it down. Like that. And that creates my little guideline for where my tail needs to go. Oh, thank you, Ginny. Appreciate it. All right, here goes the fun stuff. We're going to add in the purple. So first spot is we're going to be doing the tail, creating the simulated feathers. That side. One more. Blend it in. There. So now we have the tail built. And then we're going to come through and put a tiny little punchy rod. So this is just a holding rod temporarily, so I could finish the rest. Gonna have to separate this portion right here. This is where the head of the bird will go. Like that. So now we have the bird, the head, the body, and the tail. Next step is we got to add a hook so the bird can actually hang. Okay, we got it hot enough. We're going to attach it right up here and then give it a little bit of a pull for a bend. And burn it off. Bend it and then use your cold glass rod to manipulate it over. Then wiggle that off. Sometimes it sticks, so you have to wiggle it off. Make sure that hook is completely straight. Then we're going to round it out because it is not round right now. It is kind of oblong, which means the bird would not hang correctly. There we go. So now we have the hook. Let's add in the purple wings. And let's do it. Now, I don't use any physical hand tools for making the wings or tail. I like to freehand it. There's nothing wrong with using a tool, but I like the look of it without. So there is wing number 1 all completed. That purple is looking outstanding too. So there's multi-layers of purple in there. And here we go. There we're looking good on this one. It's actually pretty fantastic. Give it a little bend right there. So now we got 2 wings on there. Handcrafted. Then we got to put the little beak on here. Perfect. Then some eyeballs. And now we have purple. I know it looks very blue, but it is a very purpley color. I'll bring out the light. Bust out the light. Look at that purple. That is purpley. So there are 2 purples intertwined. And we take it here and just tap. Off it comes, and we smooth that little spot out. And we have a completed bird. like that. Okay, I do have to, it's been 3 hours and 15 minutes of streaming for me. So I am definitely having to stop at the moment. It has been a long session. My butt hurts. But I have to show off my jellyfish one more time because it's amazing. So yeah, there's the jellyfish glow in the dark. I'm going to do a nice video for it tomorrow, and we're going to make it look amazing. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Ann. Appreciate it. Doesn't that look cool as hell, though? I mean, that is just awesome. Yep. Yeah, it's time for me to go night-night. It's been a long day. And it's 3 hours and 15 minutes of live streaming, so that's a lot. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for making my night so much better. I so much appreciate all of you hanging with me and making my night so much better. I really mean it. I wouldn't be having fun without you participating. So have a good night, okay? Good night, TikTok and YouTube. I appreciate all of you. You have a good night. Thank you so much for making my day a hell of a lot better. Enjoy the evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for the subscription.